Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord. And you may be thinking to yourself, why are you doing another tournament, you idiot? Well, the reason why I'm doing that is because we're actually in Vlandia in this particular tournament, and I personally feel like we might actually do quite well because Vlandia obviously has a different set of weapons. And I think that might be quite fun. So we're going to bet a little bit of cash here, nothing too dramatic or anything. And as you can see, I actually have a crossbow. I think a crossbow might actually be quite effective for us. So hopefully I won't get murdered by a horseman or something like that, and I will be able to kill these enemies from very far away. There we go, nice damage. There we go, he's done. Nice. And maybe we can get another one dead as well. Never mind, okay. Did you see Jin come in there? She was just like, oh, merciless. Merciless slaughter right there. Alright, so let's skip the round. Erderand is up against Egan of the Wolfskins. Whoever wins here is going to be a extremely difficult victory for me. And this is a free-for-all. I actually have a sword and a shield. I'm just going to let them fight it out, and then we'll go into a 1 versus 1. I don't really want to get ganged up on by going in there right now. Oh, Jin is already dead. Pelisor is actually murdering everyone by the looks of things. And, oh, he got killed by these spearmen now. Oh, he was already low HP. Fantastic. Okay, so we did take him out. Not too bad. And now we can continue onward. We're up against a Atlantean Spearmen in the last round, so let's see who wins. Erderand, that is to be expected. He is actually quite tough to beat. Anyway, Atlantean Spearmen. I have a feeling I'm probably going to lose this one. Bear in mind that I am playing on realistic combat AI as well as other things like realistic damage, and basically everything is turned up to 11. And that's the reason why everything is very difficult for me. Oh, actually not as difficult as I anticipated. I have a feeling that the Spearman was going easy on me there for a second. Anyway, we're up against Erderand. And this is going to be difficult. Let's do it. Oh, they gave me a polearm? They gave me a polearm in the last round against a guy that is insanely difficult to kill? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I just won. There you go. That is pretty fantastic. Okay, so now my renown is over 100, and we also have the studded shoulders. Did not want to bet a huge amount of money because I was fully expecting to actually lose, but as you can see, the difference in weapon selection has a huge effect on how effective someone is going to be in a tournament, and being able to win tournament just like that is actually really, really cool. And now I can actually wear these. They give me 13 body armor, which is actually really nice. And we're actually starting to look a little bit more professional now, which is also quite fun. Anyway, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good to move on now. So what I'm wanting to do in this episode, apart from winning a tournament, which was very advantageous for us, I would like to actually move, let me see here. I would like to move down into Azerai territory potentially. So we're actually quite close by to them. So if we can move down there, that would be actually quite exciting because we've never fought in the desert. We don't exactly know what's going on there. And yeah, the Family Feud quest timed out. Well, of course it did, because we have no idea what was going on with that. It was bugged or something. But anyway, let's go into this village, see if there's anything else that I can do. Wants his daughter found. Okay, how much are you going to give me for this? Because here's the thing, my plan going forward, if I can get myself out of these, out of the foliage, hilariously enough. Anyway, my plan going forward is to try and earn enough money to be able to buy an enterprise. That is going to be our first port of call in terms of trying to make money in a passive way. So let's see if we can get some money from this guy. Yes, he's going to give us some money. Okay, sure. Let's have a look. Lundana the Wanderer. So all we need to actually do is visit the villages like we did last time, but I think I can already tell where we need to go. It is actually over here. That's quite far away, actually, but If we come across any raiders or something like that, then obviously we'll fight them. Hello, looters. You can just leave me alone. Thanks very much. Don't really care about fighting them at the moment. And I hope we still have some money. Days until no food, 10. Okay, so 10 more days, and then we will have no food going forward. So that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And there's a bunch of caravans going by here. Do you notice that? Yeah, bunch of caravans. We might try to fight a caravan in this episode as well, if it is advantageous for us to do so, because it might not be. Anyway, let's search the village. Where is she going to be? Aha, there she is. Alright, so I've made things a little bit easier for myself, and I have equipped a horse, because otherwise I'm going to have to run all the way there on foot, and let's just face it, that is a little bit too much, even for me, because let's face it, I'm playing on such a masochistic level of difficulty already. I don't really want to make my journey over to where they are actually camped out any more painful than it has to be. So I'm using a Batanian pony here to get over to where I need to be, and then we will hopefully be able to deal with this situation without too many casualties. Hello. Okay, so I'm actually going to just stand over here just in case he decides to attack. Who are you? Are you one of the bounty hunters that was sent? Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so how do I know he's not forcing you to say that? Okay, so I'm just going to go through the same conversation that we did beforehand, and then we're going to see if we can actually... Oh, this is a lot. Okay, yeah, 84%. Let's do it. Ineffective. Ineffective, an 84% chance? Oh dear, that's really bad. Okay, 39% chance. Ineffective as well. Oh dear. Okay, that's successful for some reason. And that is also ineffective. Okay, we are in trouble. No, it does not make sense. I will not abandon my love, sir. I'm sorry, but I gave a promise. I don't break my promises. I am no child, sir. Draw your weapon. I challenge you to a duel. This will be a massacre, not a duel. But I'm fine with that. I'm going to say that. You bastard. Okay, so I'm just going to let Kiroslava... that was fantastic. Kiroslava, you beast. Absolute beast. Okay, so I apologize. I'm not laughing at her situation. I'm laughing at the fact that Kiroslava just went over there and chopped him down in literally one slice. That was absolutely glorious. Anyway, I hate you. You killed him. I can't believe it. I will hate you for all my heart. Until my dying days, even. Well, someday you'll see I did you a favor. Pack up. We need to go. All right. What choice do I have, you heartless bastard? Okay, yeah. So there you go. So he's done. I do feel sorry that I had to do that, but they weren't being persuaded. You know, they weren't being persuaded by my absolutely wonderful wonderful arguments, I guess you could say. But anyway, we're gonna head back to Gamardan. Wait a minute. Do I even need to go back? You need to bring her, yes, to complete the quest. Okay, so there are times when you actually do need to go back to hand in the quest. That is good to know. But we're making some good cash, you know? We're making some good cash. We've got some shoulder pads now, thanks to winning that tournament. Still can't believe that I was able to beat the final enemy, literally with a polearm. And you know me, if I had allowed him to have any opportunity to attack, I probably would have lost that, like, super, super quickly. But anyway, let's head into the village, and hopefully we can speak to this guy. This is the guy that I want to speak to, right? Yeah. All right, that's good. Barney, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been exactly 5 minutes or something. Anyway, about the task you gave me. Yes, here she is. There we are. Okay, so our relation has increased with him by 1, and we also gained a huge amount of cash. Very nice indeed. We're going to try and continue doing these kinds of quests. I would like to be able to try and find more quests to do with mercenaries and things like that, so I think I might try to go into some more castles and stuff, because I think castles generally might have more opportunities for us. So let's go over there. And I would like to go, as I say, into Azerai territory, because it's been a long time since, well, I haven't actually been there, so that's the reason. That's the reason why I would like to go there and see exactly what's going on. But I'm just going to check all of the various villages around here. You never know when there's going to be a quest available. And, yeah, these guys really don't have any quests. And the Family Feud quest, I think, is a little bit bugged, so generally I'm not going to be doing that. But there's nothing here either. I'm actually very surprised. Okay, tavern? Nothing in the tavern? No, doesn't seem to be. All right. Well, let me actually just take a quick look at our clan for a second. So as you can see right here, our next tier, we need to get 150 renown. So obviously fighting is going to get us that. And you can see that I actually still have Pelisor in my clan, and I have 5 out of 4 companions. I think that that is not meant to be a thing. I don't think he's actually meant to be in my army. I think I think upon failing the quest or it timing out, I think it was probably meant that he actually, leaves and goes back to where he came from. But yeah, that doesn't seem to have happened. So that's actually kind of amusing because we now have additional companions without really doing anything for them. So yes. Anyway, this guy wants his daughter found. Okay, this is actually kind of hilarious. Okay, how much are you gonna give? Whoa, 1,800. Yes. Okay. There we go. Garios. Hello, Garios. I would like to speak to you as soon as possible. Come back here, you. Yeah, I need to speak to him. Unfortunately, I do have the kidnapped daughter quest, and I'm going in the opposite direction. So I'm really not very happy about that, to be honest, because being able to speak to Garios at this point would be really good because he has information on the Battle of Pendrake. So, hello. Okay, can you tell me anything about the battle? Yes, we will never forget that day. The day we learned that the old men who claimed they had the right to rule us were doddering incompetents. I was with the vanguard. Noretzes apparently knew that the Batanians had planned an ambush. The Crusade scouts had told him, but he never bothered to inform us. So up we went, along a lovely wooded stream, until the Batanian arrows started whooshing in from all sides. We had our shields, but you could only point them in one direction at once, so we started to drop one by one, until the Batanian falksmen came screaming out of the trees. Ordinarily, they'd be very vulnerable to archers, but, well, old Noretzes hadn't thought to send any along with us. So they came upon us, chopping and slashing, and we fought until we broke. I ran too, and any man who tells you he wouldn't in those circumstances is a liar. When I was sitting in the cold woods later that night, hiding with other refugees, actually fugitives, listening to the barbarians whoop and holler as they chopped off heads as trophies, I promised them that no Calradian soldier should again be led into battle by an emperor who knows so little of war. Very logical. All right, so there you go. We have a little bit of extra information on that, which is great. And there's also a caravan going on here. I'm actually wondering what kind of units caravans actually have, but I probably won't be able to even defeat them, because as far as I'm aware, if we're going to take Warband as an example, usually caravans have relatively mid-tier units, sort of like low to mid-tier units, and I mostly have low tier, so it's probably not going to happen very easily. Anyway, is this is probably it, right? I'm pretty sure that this is where I need to be. So let me actually, yep, there they are, isn't it? Wait a minute. No, this is actually not the right place. Alright, so we're doing a battle against some looters. Should be pretty easy for us. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find anything more high tier. I would like to be able to be fighting Sea Raiders and things like that, but the only Sea Raiders that I've seen so far in Bannerlord have been very, very small parties of them, and that is a little bit difficult. So yeah, anyway, a bunch of you have actually given me a lot of information in regards to how to fight on horseback. Apparently, if you aim your camera way down, as you can see right here, if you aim it towards the ground and then attack to the side, then you'll have a much easier time of dealing damage. As you can no doubt tell, we actually did quite a bit of damage there without really suffering any kind of damage whatsoever. So that really did help me, and so I thank you very much for that tip. And yeah, that's definitely going to be something I will attempt to utilize as much as I can going forward. But there you go. Very easy victory. I was able to distract quite a lot of the enemy as they were attempting to murder the rest of my army. But yeah, there you go. Not too bad. And I'm actually going to go into the town here real quick because there might be a tournament going on. I don't think I've done a tournament in Empire territory yet, have I? Don't think so. So it might be something that we want to do. Oh, we could sell the wrought iron here for a pretty decent amount. I'm actually going to sell the wrought iron. And we'll sell the crude iron here as well, because we're going to gain a pretty decent amount of cash. And bear in mind that once I have a lot of cash, in other words, once I have once I have an enterprise or something like that, I should then be able to basically afford anything that we want. And that means leveling up smithing and so on. So should be pretty good. All right, so let's have a look here. I'm gonna buy some palfreys, I guess, and we'll still gain a little bit of cash from that. Do they have another tournament going on? No, there's just a practice fight. We don't really want to get headshot from across the map again, thank you, so I will just ignore it for the moment. Oh, we do have some looters here. Shall I fight them? Wow, we're moving really fast. Look at that. We are moving really, really fast. So it seems like the more horses you have, the better. Is there actually any limit? I don't know. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there's no limit whatsoever to how many horses you can actually have. And if that's the case, that's kind of insane, because then you could just, you know, generally increase your speed until you are the fastest thing on the map. If you had enough cash to be able to buy as many horses as you like, or shall we say, you know, if you have the opportunity to rescue them, or not rescue them, but loot them from a battle. So that might also be something to bear in mind. But anyway, we're just going to try and do some damage here. I'm not really trying too hard to hit with my thrown weapons in this case, and we're just going to tell our people just to charge straight on in as well. Oh, nice. In the leg. In the leg. All right. And now let's try and use our one-handed a little bit. Try and level up our one-handed weapon proficiency somewhat. There we go. Nice little hit right there. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit better. I'm getting a little bit more used to the combat system in Bannerlord, because obviously coming from Warband, it's kind of a shock, you know? It's kind of a bit of a shock, and especially considering all of the AI has been improved quite dramatically, so when you're actually in a fight, it is... Yeah, I'm talking about 1 versus 1 here. When you're actually in a 1 versus 1, it is actually quite difficult to actually hit the opponent, because usually they're going to be blocking or dodging or something along those lines, and they're going to be very good at what they do in that regard. So anyway, I'm actually going to level up some of my troops, because we do have quite a few to level up. I think actually not that many, unfortunately, but it's all right. Okay, so let's go for some skirmishes right there. Oh yeah, someone actually did mention that you can take a look at the troop trees as well by right-clicking. So, for example, if I wanted to see the Sturgian Berserker right here, then you can see that the Berserker is going to then level up into an Olfednar, and you can actually see their skills as well. And I think that's actually really cool, how they have added a troop tree just by right-clicking. It's super, super easy. And yeah, then you also have shock troops here and veteran warriors. So if you wanted to, personally, I think that going for Sturgian Spearmen into veteran warriors is probably going to be the way to go. But I have gone for a Berserker here because I think that they're cool and fun. So, you know, that's the reason why I did that. I mean, that's the reason I basically do a lot of things, you know. I literally do a lot of things because I think they're fun. Thrown weapons, for example, I think they're fun, so that's why I use them. You know, just because they're not exactly, you know, effective, that doesn't really matter that much to me over the fun element, if you know what I mean. Because what's the point in playing if I don't enjoy the character? But that's the thing. I have actually enjoyed a bunch of other ranged weapons, you know, because I've actually used a bow and a crossbow in a tournament. And I gotta say, I like those methods as well. I very much do. I actually very much like both of those projectile solutions in comparison to thrown weapons. I like them both. So I gotta say, I think they've done a good job balancing those ranged weapons out, because thrown weapons, in my opinion, are for doing massive amounts of damage with not that much accuracy and not that much fire rate. But a bow, of course, is for doing a lot of damage fast. Not huge amounts of burst damage or anything like that, like a thrown weapon has, but obviously a little bit more, a little bit higher DPS, shall we say. And then, obviously, then you've got to have the crossbow in the middle, which is slightly, you know, it is very accurate and has a little bit more burst damage than a bow, but is obviously not as powerful as a thrown weapon in some cases. But anyway, hello, hello. I will attempt to persuade you. All right, let's have a look here. I have 84% chance. Ineffective. All right, I might actually have to have Kirislava kill the guy again. I can't believe that she went over there and just absolutely destroyed him in every single way. Yeah, it seems like this is actually going to be happening again. Wow, all of this is ineffective. Wow. Yeah. Oh, critical. We criticaled at the end. 9%. 9% chance. I can't believe that. All right, so yeah, there you go. So she is going to return to her family. And we are done. And that means that I will be getting my cash. As you can see right there, we also increased our relation. And we have two things here. We actually have two different quests here as well. That's Family Feud. I'm not going to do that one. And a bandit base. Okay, so the bandit base, in my opinion, is probably not going to work. Because I have attempted to do one of those beforehand, and it did not work. So that's probably something that I will just ignore for the moment. But otherwise, we're going to continue onward into Aserai territory. I think it would be quite fun to fight in the desert because we've seen snow, we've seen grassland, and we haven't really seen any kind of desert, dry areas. So I'm going to see if we can maybe do something about that. So let me see if I can find anyone in here. There is actually someone in here, but no one that has a quest for us. Let's continue onward. Oh, what do these guys have? They seem to be selling quite a few things. And that's also a really, really nice little, shall we say, feature? I guess you could call it a feature, where you can actually see the goods that the village is growing. Like literally right there on the map. That makes a huge difference and is actually very, very useful. So I'm just going to buy a bunch of grain from these guys because I can. And we have a lot of money right now, so that's pretty good. Going to get some Aserai units. I think they're going to be quite fun to see in action. And we will go to the nearby town and we will see if they have any quests for us. And maybe I can find some looters. Hello. Okay, I'm actually traveling pretty fast. I'm traveling at 5.0, they're traveling at 4.8, so we are easily going to be able to catch them. And just think about this, I actually have a very large army right now. Oh, these guys are... I'm not entirely sure why you're running together, friends, because you're actually going to get yourselves all in trouble right there. And no, they actually managed to escape. They actually did manage to escape, which is kind of unfortunate, but oh well, never mind. Not a big deal, but look at this, the desert. The desert, everyone. I'm very much liking the desert. Maybe I should have started in Aserai territory and been some kind of insane trading guy. Because the Aserai gain a culture bonus that gives them massive amounts of trade benefits. So it might actually be something that we want to do in the future sometime. There you go. 85 damage I was able to deal right there. And there's a... Oh, nice. We actually got a level. Very good. Yeah, so I'm going to need to aim completely downwards. That's what I've got to do. I don't really want to die here, so I'm taking a bit of a risk doing this, but as you can see, that's the kind of thing you want to do. You want to aim right downwards like this, and it really does eliminate a lot of your spatial awareness as well, which is obviously a big deal when you're in a fight. Because look, if you do it normally, like you would normally in Warband, it has a very horizontal slash, but it's very... I don't want to use the word realistic, but I'm going to say it's very comfortable for the rider to be able to do that, because if you think about how it was before, it's kind of moving your arm in a weird way in Warband, and I think that that's the thing that they tried to rectify, and so as a result then we're going to have to deal with a bit of a different camera angle, and yeah, so that's probably what's going on there. But anyway, we are pretty good, and we did a lot of damage right there, and let's actually take a look around Aserai territory. So this is... They actually have a lot of space. I feel like Aserai is probably the safest faction in the game. Now, I know that seems a bit weird to think that right away, because obviously we haven't really done that much in regards to looking around, really. And we really don't have that much experience in the game yet. But... what I've seen of it and the territories that Aserai has under its control seem to be very safe, because you can see here, look at this, there are no enemy factions anywhere to be seen, because look at this. This is how you have to get over here, right? This is how you have to get over into Aserai territory. This is a bottleneck. A huge, huge bottleneck. And there's nothing that you can do about it. Unless you have a boat. Don't think you can have boats in this game. I don't think so, at least. But otherwise, the only other way that you can get in is through the side here. And they are right next to the Khuzait Khanate, of course, and we haven't been over there either. But the point is that they're very safe in comparison to, for example, the Batanians or one of the Empire factions, because they're surrounded by other people that want to do them harm. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go into this little village here, because I would like to do a couple of tasks down here, but it seems like that might not even be possible. They seem to be a little bit, shall we say, restrictive of how much I'm actually being able to do here. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe I'm just not getting lucky. Yeah, there we go. Hello. Oh, Family Feud. Okay, I'm not going to do that one again, because that tends to be bugged for some reason. Maybe that was the one that I did was the one that was just bugged, but I don't really want to, you know, waste time doing that when it could just mess up. But anyway, I'm going to actually save these wooden hammers and pitchforks and so on and so forth, and we're going to just sell the rest, and then I'm going to go into the blacksmith, and we are going to do a little bit of, you know, a little bit of something. Wait a minute. Why am I getting so much money for this? We'll just lock that. Okay, why am I getting so much money for this? Can you see why? I'm actually unsure. These things. Okay, yeah, that's the reason. I was actually selling my horses by mistake. That's exactly the reason. There you go. So now we're just getting 533, which is to be expected. Now, I would like to have a look and see what kind of thrown weapons the Aserai have. That's also a bit of an ulterior motive that I had. And as you can see, they actually have some insane javelins here that are more damaging than what I currently have. They have a much bigger weapon length as well. I don't really know how much that really affects things, but they seem pretty fun. Let's have a look at their armor. Maybe they have something that I can buy that will give me a little bit of extra protection. Nope, they do not. Well, the layered robe. The layered robe actually has a little bit of extra armor, so I think I might like to buy that. And we'll just put that on straight away. And then we can give the lamella vest to someone else. So what is she wearing? She's wearing an absolutely terrible thing, but I would like to actually give this to Kirislava because she's going to be the one mostly joining us in these villages and things. And I think it would be advantageous for us to have a companion that is actually capable of defending us quite nicely. Anyway, let's go into the smithy. I don't think I have 8 charcoal, so I can do a little bit of smelting, but not a huge amount. So we can gain some wood from this, and we can gain a bunch of stuff from this as well. Okay, so let's smelt that, and there we go. We unlocked a new smithing part. Can I do more of this? Yeah, I can. I can literally just do a huge amount, so I guess I might as well just do all of it. Why not? I have no more charcoal now, but I have 17 hardwood, and you know what I can do with that? I can make more charcoal. Yes, look at that. Unfortunately, I can only make that amount for some reason. Can I not? No, I can't do more. Apparently, refining has a bit of a limit to it. I'm not entirely sure why that would be, considering, but oh well. That's absolutely fine. All right, so let's just recruit a couple of people. And do they have a tournament? Yes, they do have a tournament. I think I might like to participate in this, because we did already win one, and it really just depends on what they're actually going to be giving us here. I don't really want to bet, personally, unless the odds are really good. Let's have a look. Odds are not that good, so I'm actually not going to do that. I might bet in one of the other rounds, but let's see what happens. Alright, so I'm a little bit injured as well, by the way, in this round, so yeah, that's also going to be a bit problematic, but I'm not too bad with a spear. As you can see, I actually do quite a bit of damage, and I actually ended up killing one of our companions. So sorry, Pelisaur. Alright, let's see what I can do here. I don't think you can couch this either, by the way, so there's also that. Ah, no, that was very close. We're actually winning, though, I believe. I think my team is actually winning, isn't it? Oh, that was close as well. Yeah, there we go. His horse is done, and that is exactly what we wanted. Now we can actually do some damage to him. Oh, or not, as the case may be, because he's actually stopping me. What a beast. Nice. Took out the Atlantean recruit. And now all that we have left is this very, very difficult opponent. Oh, and he's actually getting on a mount? I thought he was actually getting on the mount right there. Get him! Get him, friend, whoever you are. I think that's actually one of our companions. I would like to be able to help her. Or not, as the case may be, because apparently I just missed. Oh, she murdered him. Aster Willowbark. Okay, that's not even one of mine. That is not even one of mine, but there you go. That was really, really cool. Oh, it seems like there are two Willowbarks in the game. Aster and Laska. They must be sisters, I suppose, or something along those lines. Anyway, let's skip the round, see what happens. Alright, so I'm actually with Aster, and Laska did not get through, so that's going to be interesting. Okay, let's bet. What's the odds? Not great. So I'm just going to join again, and, well, we have a similar situation. I actually do have thrown weapons. I actually do have thrown weapons to use as well, so that might actually be something that we want to do, but for now I'm just going to use my polearm, because I think I can do quite a bit of damage with it without too much effort. But I do have to be careful of this guy, because I think he's probably going to be very dangerous. Yes, okay. Very dangerous, I was about to say. There we go. There's one kill. Let's try not to die. Thank you. Come on now, get out of here. Okay, so I'm going to bring out my thrown weapons, because I actually do have decent thrown proficiency, so it might make sense for me to use a little of them. Nice! Took out the Azurai Archer. There we go. Not doing too badly. And let's get out our spear, see if we can maybe do some damage to... Was there someone shooting from over here? I thought I swear I saw an archer or something, but apparently not. Okay, so does this guy have a spear? Yep. Gotta be careful. Nice. 63 damage on the arm. Oh, taken down, taken down. What insane damage from that guy right there. Now we could still... Never mind. We could still win, but no. Aster and her jiggling arm... yeah, her arm was jiggling there because of the ragdoll physics. I love ragdoll physics, by the way. I really do. Anyway, we're just going to skip the current match because I obviously would not get through. Let's see who wins. It's probably going to be Unkid, I think. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I thought he would win because he's a lord or something along those lines, but I think we did quite well, considering. I think we did quite well, and the guy did have a bit of a health advantage on me as well, because obviously I started with 74%, because I actually didn't think I was going to get that far, but it actually worked out quite nicely. Anyway, let's just level up a couple more of our troops here. Vlandians can go up into footmen and everything. There we are. All right, so we're still doing much, much better than we used to, and we are on our way to purchasing our first enterprise. Oh, I'm excited. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.